Hello and welcome to this video tutorial guide for the structural carbon tool. In this series of videos, we will cover how the structural carbon tool works and provide a step-by-step guide of how to use the tool to make embodied carbon estimations and quantitative comparisons between schemes, stages and projects. Starting with an introduction, this video will give a brief overview of the layout of the tool and show what is covered on each sheet. The following videos will go into more detail on how each sheet works and the features to look out for. Before exploring the tool itself, it's worth going over a little bit of background on the tool and its purpose. The Structural Carbon Tool was created by Elliott Wood Partnership in collaboration with the Institution of Structural Engineers and is based on the iStructE guide, How to Calculate Embodied Carbon, which is also available at istructe.org. It was launched in March 2021 and is freely available online via the institution's website. The purpose of the tool is to aid engineers in their quantitative decision-making relating to embodied carbon, with the aim of reducing the embodied carbon footprint of a design. The tool can be used to identify carbon hotspots and find opportunities to reduce carbon emissions as designs progress. It's worth noting that the estimations and assumptions made in the tool have a degree of uncertainty and are based on the best available data at present. The goal of the tool is not to provide highly accurate embodied carbon estimates, but to allow engineers at any level to consider the carbon impact their design decisions have and provide a straightforward way to make comparisons between the options presented. Now onto an overview of the tool and the contents of each sheet. Opening up the tool, we are greeted by the welcome page you can see here. This gives the background and purpose of the tool, as well as some key considerations for engineers using it. Following this to the right, we have the user guide. This is a written how-to guide for the tool. If anything isn't clear when using the tool, refer to this guide and the online video tutorials for further information. The project info page is where you enter all the general information for your project. This includes the relevant project information and any site-specific assumptions for the project. The key fields will show as red if not populated, as these values are essential for the calculations. There is also space for the user to add any notes as they see fit. Once the project info has been entered, you move on to the scheme pages. These are the main pages for entering the material data you've gathered for your scheme. Entering your data here will calculate the life cycle emissions for the scheme and provides infographics summarizing the data you have entered. Up to 6 schemes can be entered into the tool using the scheme pages provided. After the scheme data has been entered, the comparison page can be used to compare the emissions of each scheme using the various graphs. Any number of schemes may be chosen to be shown in the comparison charts and tables using the Include In comparison table here on the right. Advanced users may choose to use the custom data sheet to add in their own emissions data for a specific project. This can be done by adding in data from an environmental product declaration provided by a manufacturer or their own estimates of rebar quantities for specific concrete applications. The sheet also contains useful calculators that allow the user to estimate life cycle stage values for specific assumptions or where they are not provided by an EPD. Advanced users can also use the life cycle material data sheet to adjust the values used for the default materials provided. The following videos will go into more details on the specific features of each sheet.